And so I decided to make an AI persona chatbot of none other than your boy E.T., aka Eric Thomas, aka E.T., the hip hop preacher. Yo, what's going on? First of all, I'm Lex and I hope your day is blessed. Second of all, I'm super excited about today's video because I'm going to show you one of the coolest things I've been working on: AI persona chatbots. Now, if you've been in the AI space for a while, you might have seen Liam Otley's video where he talked about selling AI persona chatbots for 5,000, 10,000, even 20,000 a pop when done right. But that was over a year ago, and he's even said himself since then that creating them how he showed back then with Stack AI and a bunch of other tools is now the old way. AI has already grown at such a rapid pace that we now have new and improved ways to build these AI persona chatbots that, just make them more robust, more reliable, and I guess in turn, making those kind of figures that he mentioned before, 5K, 10K, 20K, even more realistic than ever before, right? Well, I guess we're going to find out in this video because I'm going to be diving deeper into what makes these such powerful tools. I'm going to be pulling back the curtain to show you exactly what I've built and why I believe AI persona chatbots are one of the most exciting opportunities in the AI space right now. Then, if that wasn't cool enough, stick around until the end because I'll show you how you can turn an idea like this into a fully deployable SaaS application. So here is the agenda for today. I'll break down what AI persona chatbots are and why they're such a game changer. I'll give you an inside look at one of the bots I've created using Chatbot Builder AI, CBB Nation all day, and I'll walk you through some of the features and how it works. Then I'll cover Lovable and how it can be used in conjunction with Chatbot Builder AI to build out a SaaS application. And most importantly, I just want to show you something I'm excited about. So if that sounds good, let's jump right in. Now, just in case you're thinking, what exactly is an AI persona chatbot? Well, AI persona chatbots are a revolutionary type of AI-powered chatbot designed to act like a specific individual rather than a general purpose assistant like your average chatbot. And so I decided to make an AI persona chatbot of none other than your boy E.T., aka Eric Thomas, aka E.T., the hip hop preacher. Now, if somehow you don't know about E.T., let me put it simply. He is the #1 motivational speaker in the world. His energy is electric, his message transformational, and he's helped countless people break through their limits. And honestly, just who wouldn't want a virtual E.T. hyping them up and coaching them towards hitting their goals, right? So E.T. hosts these challenges, right, where he gives out all this free value and free coaching, and they're honestly incredible. And I've been on every single one, soaking up that energy, that wisdom, that dynamic word, and every single challenge has actually helped me get through a lot. Especially last year, some really, really tough times in my life. Let's just leave it at that, trust me. But now E.T.'s dropped Thrive in 2025. And honestly, it felt like the stars have just aligned when he dropped that one because that's when it hit me. What if I could use my speciality in AI to channel that same energy and wisdom and motivation that E.T. gives me and make it accessible to others through an AI persona chatbot? Wouldn't that be a cool idea? And then it also hit me like, because there was even moments on the previous challenge where Charles and Brandon, some of the guys that work with ET, were having to deal with a lot of the same repetitive Q&As. And I thought, what if I could build something that could potentially support with some of that workload too? Wouldn't that be cool? And so, long story short, that's where the idea for this crazy passion project of mine came from. So, enough waffle, let's dive into this AI persona chatbot that I built, inspired by the one and only E.T. Let's jump right in. Now, here we are in Chatbot Builder AI, and I'm going to give you a quick preview of the bot in action. Now, because we can, thank you to the flexibility of Chatbot Builder AI, I'm going to actually preview it live on the Thrive in 2025 landing page. So here's how simple it is to do that. So I'm here in the dashboard. I'm going to go to Marketing Tools. Jump on down to Bot Simulator. Just grab this link. This is the landing page here. Paste that in here. And we just choose the Thrive in 2025. Get the link, success. Drop that in here. And boom, there we are, we're live. So you can see this icon in the bottom right here. Now, just wait until later on in the video because I'll show you how much better it looks with my bits of added CSS magic. This just shows the default CSS because it's on this landing page, but it already has the functionality. We can click on it and bow. I mean, look at I just do my it's time to put these on already. CBB Nation, what's up? I'm sorry, I'm getting too excited. These are prescription glasses. I should take care of these. I shouldn't be. They were very expensive. I shouldn't be throwing them around like that. But you can see, I'm very happy with how the design came out. And anyways, if we click here, it's actually ready to go. So,
what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy E.T.
Now, I'm not sure if you'll have been able to hear the voice note on the screen recording, so if not, I'll have overlaid the voice note, but we've got the voice note that plays through, and then it says, what's up, world? It's your boy E.T., and I'm here to help you elevate your game. How can AI E.T. help you today? Let's get it. So, I can jump straight in here and say, like, what's up, E.T.? Send that. And it says, what's up, family? I'm fired up to connect with you today. Let's get to work. What's on your mind? What goals are you chasing? You owe you to make today count. All right, so this was just a teaser. Before we jump in and I show you all the cool stuff this can do, let me show you what's really happening under the hood here in the initial stages. All right, so creating this AI persona ET bot wasn't about overcomplicating things. It was about focusing on the essentials step by step. So here's how we made that happen. So back in Chatbot Builder AI, if we go to flows, if we hit all bots here, AI ET, and then we've actually got a multi-bot setup going on here. That's why there's all the folders. If we open up this welcome message here, now don't be afraid of this flow. It really isn't that complex. It just has a few key elements. So every chatbot needs a solid intro. It's like the way you answer the phone, right? You need a solid welcome. For ET, we crafted a welcome message that sets the tone right away. High energy, motivational, and tailored to his style. But using the power of AI so it doesn't just say the same carbon copy message every time. First, we start with the iconic GIF. That's where the GIF is there. And then what I actually have going on here is I've got this action step that randomly chooses a number between 1 and 5. 1 is the minimum and 5 is the maximum, and saves it into this custom field here, ET voice not random. Then I have a condition step right here that essentially routes the channel depending on which number is chosen. And depending on which one is chosen here, I have 5 different voice notes, 1 to 5 going down here, which are essentially 5 different voice notes that I've clipped from ET's previous challenges where, at the beginning, he'd be welcoming us all with what's up, and I just clipped that, saved it out, and dropped those in here. And now on to the power of the prompt. Now, this is just a bit of a teaser. You'll see this in more detail when I jump in and show you the default flow. If I jump into this OpenAI block here, and it says, you are Eric Thomas, also known as ET the Hip Hop Preacher. Your goal is to follow up and say, how can AI ET help you today? Say it with ET style, but keep it short and concise. Then it saves that response in a custom field, welcome_message. That response is saved there. And then over here is what the user sees on their end. And the message that's generated over here is what is displayed on the screen to the user here. Now, you've probably noticed that we decided to keep it simple here for the most part with text-based responses. I mean, we do have the voice notes in there, but the bot responses are actually text-based. And that's because whilst ET's voice is undeniably powerful and electrifying, the power is also within the message in and of itself, right? And the insights and the ET value that comes with. But there's also the fact that AI voice cloning is good, don't get me wrong, but can it recreate the passion and intensity of the #1 motivational speaker on the planet just yet? Maybe not. So that's why we've gone with the text-based responses. So connecting the pieces, I'm back here in the Chatbot Builder AI dashboard. Now, if I jump into the default flow or default reply here, so this is actually where I've pulled in ET's content and built a prompt around this to form its initial knowledge base, which is essentially like the heart or the brain of the bot, allowing it to respond with advice, inspiration, and insights directly pulled from ET's wisdom. Here's actually, if I open this OpenAI block, here's where the persona is actually being set up. So at the top there, that's just a bit of link formatting, but what we have going on down here is the 5 P's of prompt engineering. Another shout out to Ryan and the CBB squad. Although I actually modified the 5 P's and they're working fine for me. So here's how I do it. I've got the persona here, which is essentially like the role, which it says act as Eric Thomas, also known as E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. You are a highly energetic motivational speaker with distinct passion style that inspires people to unlock their full potential. And it continues, we've got the purpose, which is essentially the task. As E.T., your focus is motivating users to overcome challenges. We have the profile further down, which is where, your normal bot would go into like business information, but here we have things such as core personality traits, focus areas, etc. Further down we have people. So who does this chatbot serve? This chatbot serves highly motivated individuals who struggle with staying consistent, overcoming self-doubt, and building the right habits. Further down we have persistency, which is arguably the most important part, which is where the examples come into play. So we have example dialogues. Day 1, building momentum. ET bot. Good morning, family. Welcome to Thrive 2025. Today, I want you to commit to one habit that aligns with your 2025 goals. With loads of example dialogues going on in here, because having strong examples of how the bot should respond can actually do most of the heavy lifting for you. All of these different elements make up the overall persona and make it extremely clear to the AI how it should respond. And then I won't scroll down through everything below because it's a lot, but this section is also where we have all the rest of the knowledge base stored. So all of ET's information about Thrive in 2025, UOU 365 and all his different coaching programs, FAQs, etc. That's all stored in there for the chatbot to pull from when it needs to. So essentially the AI takes all this information and then based on the user's last input, it saves the response, it curates the response, it saves it into the AI default reply. So that's another custom field, saves it into the custom field, and then just like before, it outputs that response to the user. So that's what you see on the screen. Now, if you're interested in a little secret sauce to help you out, I've got a free persona prompt ebook that will be linked for you below this video that includes a template framework for creating these exact kind of prompts. So feel free to grab that if you're interested. So now we've got a bot that channels ET's relentless energy, his wisdom, and delivering text-based responses that inspire and push you forward. And the best part, this same process works for creating AI personas for anyone that inspires you. Even cooler at this point, it's no longer just an ordinary chatbot. It's a full-on AI persona agent designed to do more than just chat. Let me just show you what makes this bot stand out. So back over here on the bot, if I say to it, so ET, what's all this Thrive in 2025 stuff all about? And I just click send on that. Hey, see that? So we've got the card here which says welcome to Thrive in 2025. Reserve your spot now and get 28 days of free coaching from ET and CJ. If I click that, it would take me directly to the landing page, and it actually takes me to the different tiered levels of admission, which is really cool. So if I jump back over here, if I just scroll up a little bit, and you can see here in the message, listen up, Thrive in 2025 challenge is all about elevating your life and taking control of your future. It's a powerful movement designed to help you unlock your potential, and so forth. It continues. Thrive in every area of your life, and it has a link there at the end. So you can see the bot doesn't just answer questions, it takes action. If someone asks about one of ET's program like Thrive in 2025 or Coaching with ET, the bot automatically provides all the details. It even sends over a dynamic card with a link to the website or landing page. Instant value, zero friction. Now check this out. Let's say you need a boost, right? So you could say, hey ET, I need some motivation. Can you hook me up with a video? And let's just send that. Look at that. You need motivation? I got you. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a commandment. Get up, get moving, and get after it. Let this moment ignite your fire and fuel your passion. And then we've got a link to one of ET's videos there. Again, it's probably not playing the sound on the video, but I can guarantee you it's there. So you can see the bot's getting that work, man. It understands what you're asking for and sends you over a hand-picked YouTube video from ET's collection to fire you up and get you moving forward. Now, here's where it gets really next level. Let's say you ask it, yo, ET, which TGIM video was it? where you said something about 36,000 thoughts. If I could type 36,000 thoughts, question mark, and I'll send that. Let's check out the response. That's right, the fact that we have 36,000 thoughts a day is a powerful reminder of how crucial it is to control your mindset. Let's click the video here.
36,000 thoughts. You better go with me. Oh, y'all missed what I just said.
Let me just, first of all, let me maximize that. Pull that back.
I'll say it one more time so you can catch it. Research proves every single day we have 36,000 thoughts.
So what just happened? The bot doesn't just find the video, it pulls up the exact moment in the video where ET talks about it. No digging, no guesswork, just the answer that you need delivered with pinpoint accuracy. How incredible is that? Now, if I then ask it, just for example, I say, man, ET, I'm super fired up right now. That's what I'm talking about. Let that fire burn bright, family. So notice how no video link was sent there. That's because it notices that, a video actually wasn't necessary there. So it's just not sending videos all over the place for no reason. And let me take these shades back off and put these back on. Sorry, I'm getting excited over here. Now, let's give it a challenge here now. If I had questions during the challenge, how would I contact support ET? Also, do I need to be a specific religious faith to get involved? So, good answer. Great questions. First off, if you have any questions in the Thrive in 2025 challenge, you can reach out to support@etinspires.com. They're ready to help you out. Now about faith, the challenge is open to everyone. You don't need to follow a specific religious faith to join. So no excuses, get in there and let's thrive together. You owe you, let's get it. So that's a great response. Let's follow up with, you know what, ET, I think I'm ready to go all in with the 365 boy. Can you hook a brother up? Boom, there we go. So it clocked that was referring to the 365 program, and it's automatically sent me the details to the UOU 365 website. And man, I'm just getting hyped, but let me slow down. The reason I'm so excited about this is because it's features like this that elevate it from being a regular chatbot to a full-fledged AI persona agent. It doesn't just spit out pre-programmed answers, it uses context to pull from a knowledge base, and then when it's needed to, it's proactive. It takes additional action, like sending links, like recommending resources, or like connecting you to the exact information you need at the exact moment you need it. So that being said, let me pull back the curtain again and show you how we send videos with pinpoint timestamp accuracy. Let's jump right in. Alright, so let me walk you through how I set this up to send users the YouTube links that actually jump to the exact part of the video that they're asking about. It sounds complicated, it's really not. Let me break it down. So back here, obviously in Chatbot Builder AI, let me jump into this flow I've called TGIM flow. So actually jumping into this TGIM flow, we have this prompt chain happening over here that's actually doing the bulk of the work. So if we jump into this first part of the chain here, so before even getting into the transcript, we have this part of the prompt here that's just to start the bot on the right path. Then, as we alluded to earlier, one of the most important things that can take your bot from zero to hero is having examples. So in this case, we have examples that show exactly how I want the bot to show the videos to the viewers, which is using this div container here. So we've got an iframe inside a div container. Now, top tip, having the iframe inside of a div stops the video from spanning outside the width of the chatbot. Having it inside a div with some additional CSS to keep it clean and tidy is how I managed to get that to work. Then further down here, we have the entire transcript of a few different TGIM videos. And so basically we've thrown all of that right into the bot's knowledge base here. Obviously we're using Google Gemini, which has a massive character limit, so there's plenty of space for all this data. And so this is where all the magic starts. It has all of the context it needs to navigate to a specific part of the video, depending on what the user asks. But to give it pinpoint accuracy, what I've actually done is I've split the transcript down into smaller chunks with timestamps in 5-second intervals, which actually helps the bot to navigate to data quickly and accurately when answering users' questions. And all of this is then saved inside the custom field called AI text here. Not forgetting that we have the user message here also. Respond as Eric Thomas, also known as E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher, a world-renowned motivational speaker, to this message, and then we have last input. So it takes all of this information and uses it to respond to the last input from the user. The next part of the prompt chain is this OpenAI block. And so here we're training the model on how to respond if the user's question matches a specific part of the transcript. So to put it simply, just like it says here, if the user's question is not relevant to any part of the video or is a general unrelated question, then respond only with a 0. But if it does match to a relevant part of a specific video, then respond with the appropriate YouTube iframe script that starts at the correct timestamp. And then again, as we've said, the proof is in the persistency. So for example, how can I stay motivated when facing setbacks? The assistant will respond with the video container. But if the user was to ask a question such as, what color is the sky? The assistant would respond with a 0. And just to make this make sense why we're actually doing this, I have a conditional statement that says if the video frame is a 0, then you just send them the text response. But if it's not a 0, aka there's a specific iframe that can be sent, then it will send the response and the video iframe. So if I quickly jump back in here, back into this OpenAI block, it saves all that data into a custom field called video iframe. And again, that is what is actually output to the user, as you could just see. And this last part of the prompt chain, it's nothing exciting. This part just keeps the output clean. So to make sure the responses are easy to read and professional, we fine-tune the bot in this final prompt chain here, which simply strips out any of the unnecessary formatting or extra text. So as you can see here, it says you are Eric Thomas, also known as E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. Rephrase your messages without any links or iframes. Base your response to the user on this text, AI text. So if you remember, AI text is the custom field we had in the first part of the prompt chain. And this is basically just cleaning up that information, saving it inside this custom field, and that is the one that is output for the user. The reason this is such a game changer is because being able to ask a question and instantly get not just an answer, but a link that takes you straight to the exact part of the video where ET's breaking it all down, this feature makes the bot feel more dynamic, interactive, and just more useful to anyone looking to dive deeper into ET's wisdom. So whether you're building your own bot or just exploring the possibilities, this process shows you how powerful AI personas can be when you combine creativity with the right tools like Chatbot Builder AI. Pause real quick. This is my very first YouTube video, and so I just wanted to quickly say, if you like the content so far, or you think I'm doing a good job, I would appreciate if you would at least consider dropping me a thumbs up, which would in turn give me some positive energy right now and positive motivation to keep sharing and putting out more content for you. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so now let me show you how I set up the bot to send on-demand motivational YouTube videos when the users need that extra push. Again, this wasn't about overcomplicating things. It's about making the experience seamless and just super functional. So here's how we made that happen. If we jump into this ET send general video flow, and what do you know, we've got another prompt chain going on. So step 1 is organizing the video library, which is again in this first part of the prompt chain. So we've got the initial prompt and the persistency examples. Once again, you can see a pattern. And the most important thing here is what we've done is we've kept it real simple and embedded a list directly into the bot's prompt instructions here. And we have all these videos. So just think of this as a go-to reference for the bot to pull from when the user asks for a specific type of video. We've got all these videos in here with different titles. And then the rest of it is examples and cleanup once again. And then it's a very similar setup to what we had before. So I won't go right into the nitty-gritty because it's very similar. We use examples to train the assistant and then extract the relevant YouTube iframe from the previous part of the prompt chain. And then a final prompt that focuses on cleaning up that information and displaying it to the user. And this time we just don't have the routing setup that we had before. It literally just sends the response to the user with the video iframe. So the other element that's going on in the back end that's probably outside the scope of this video because I don't want it to be too long, but I've got functions that are set up on the back end which are like entities if you're used to the AI space. But if not, it's basically just like a digital ear. So the bot is trained to listen and then recognize when a user is, in this case, asking for a video. So for example, if somebody says, can you share a video on overcoming obstacles? The bot sees that and realizes, oh, I've got a function here that's connected to a flow. That's what the user is asking for. And then in this case, it scans through the library as we've shown, finds the relevant video and sends that YouTube link for the user to see. And that's actually the same thing that's happening in the background when the bot sends like a card, like the Thrive in 2025 or the U365, for example. It's using functions in the back end to automatically send these additional flows that I've built, and it's sending them to the user, and that's what they see on the front end. So just to put this into practice again so you can see, if I was to say, can you share one of ET's videos on staying disciplined? And I just sent that. There you go. It's literally sent one of ET's videos on mental wellness. And so the message is there, discipline is not about how you feel. It's about the decisions you make. You have to commit to doing what you said you was going to do, even when the motivation to do it isn't there. That's just on point, that, isn't it? And again, if I dropped what's up with this coaching with ET stuff I'm hearing all about, and I drop that one in, boom, ready for coaching with ET. ET's dynamic approach to coaching combined with his unparalleled ability to motivate others makes coaching with ET the perfect environment for anyone seeking to take their lives to the next level. With another link to the landing page, secure your spot now. So you get it, the functions, the entities or the digital ears are listening in the back end, and it sends the exact response based on the user's message. Now I want to show you something else that is also really, really cool. So one other cool little thing that I tested out whilst building this AI persona bot was adding in a message counter. And whilst I didn't fully implement it in the base version of this bot, I just wanted to show it because I think it's a great example of just how flexible and creative you can get with these bots. So, I won't stay on this too long, but I just wanted to quickly fly through how this works. First of all, jumping into this welcome message counter flow here. So don't be scared of this humongous flow. Everything on the right over here is the welcome message that I already showed you before. And here on the left is this additional part. So we start by gating things off here with this condition step, which says if email has any value. So if the email does have a value, that would go all the way over to the welcome message as normal. But if not, we go down here and we ask for the email. All right, let's get you locked in. Drop your email below and I'll send you a pin to unlock the next level. So once we've got the email, we would generate a random pin number. That's what this action step is here. And then this is the email that we would send to them. Here is your pin. Use it to unlock more greatness. So in the next step, we would confirm the pin. Let's get it, enter the pin we sent your way and confirm you're just one step away from the next level. And here's another condition step. So at this point, we actually confirm the pin. If the pin's not confirmed, they go down here to you're dead to me. A bit drastic, I know, but this was on ET's Giphy account, so I couldn't resist using it. But if the pin is confirmed, then they would go over this way where we've set up a custom field called messages left, and we've set it to 20. So they'd get 20 messages. Obviously, this could be as many as you like. And after they receive the messages, then boom, you just unlock 20 more messages. Let's go. I love that gift from ET. And from there, they would get access to the bot as normal. Now, if I jump over into the default flow, so here in this default flow, very simply, we have a custom field here that decreases messages left by 1 every time. So we already set it so that each user starts with 23 messages when they get started. Each time it counts down by 1, and then we have a conditional statement here that says, if messages left is greater than 0, they can continue, but if it doesn't, so they don't have any messages left, then they would go down here to I'll just wait for them. Another great gift from ET. All right, listen up. You're out of messages now, but don't trip. If you're ready to get to the next level and get back in the game, hit that button below to top up. And so we'd have a level up button here now. And this could take the users to a payment page to top up their messages. And once the payment is complete, the bot resets the messages left field back to 20 or however messages they purchased. And then they would continue on back to the default flow. So this would take them back to basically the start of the bot once again. And this entire process could be customizable, whether you want to include payment links or tiered pricing or whatever creative add-ons you wanted. So pretty cool, right? And whilst this feature wasn't about limiting access by any means, it's just about showing what's possible. Because whether it's for creators, coaches, or businesses, this functionality makes it really easy to create a subscription model or gamify the user engagement or simply add more control to the bot's interactions. So yeah, I wanted to quickly show this as I think it gives good insights into how these AI persona bots can be monetized and adapted for different needs. All right, now comes the fun part, building the app using Lovable.dev. If you're not familiar, Lovable is an AI-powered platform that makes building software so simple. You don't need a single line of coding experience. Seriously, you just type in what you want to build in plain old English, and Lovable does the heavy lifting for you. Here's how it works. You type your idea into the prompt box telling Lovable what you're looking to create. Lovable takes that input and then generates the software, front end and back end included. It's perfect for non-technical creators, and you can even integrate Stripe with ease so that you're ready to charge for the app when the time comes. So let's have a little fun with Lovable. So for the ET persona bot that I created, I wanted to create an app that would complement the bot, and so they could interact with the bot, and then this app would help them to stay motivated whilst tracking their progress. So here's like just a quick rough example of what you could tell Lovable to build. Please, can you build me? Side note, always be polite to AI because you never know. Please, can you build me a note-taking app similar to Evernote, for example, where I can take notes on the right hand side and save them on the left to edit later. I want to be able to store my reflections and notes inspired by sessions with a motivational coach. So something like that, very simple. Obviously you can get more detailed with it, and the more detailed you get, the more detailed output you're going to get. But for the sake of this demonstration, I just wanted to show something quite simple. So let's send that and see what we get. So with that simple prompt, Lovable gets right to work. So on the right hand side is where you'll be able to see it spinning up the code in real time. And on the left hand side is the chat box interface where you'll actually be able to interact and make tweaks and changes. So yeah, as we can see on the right hand side, this is where it's putting all the code together in real time. And on the left, it's actually updating you on what it's doing, which is so cool. So there it goes. And let's see what it comes up with. And look just how mind-blowing that is. Within moments, you've got a functional interface that you can interact with. So let's see what we can do. If we just press the plus button here, does that work? New note created, start writing your new reflection. ET Motivational Coach note. Here I will start adding a new reflection. That's added straight in on the left, it's dated it and everything. That's so crazy. It's so crazy how you can quickly spin things up. Now, what might we want to add to this? Hey, Lovable, would it be possible to add tags to the notes so I can categorize them? So as I mentioned, I can literally just type something on the left here, press enter on that. I'll help you set up a tagging system now to your notes app. And instantly it just starts working on it. I mean, how crazy is that, man? Added a tagging system that allows you to add and remove tags from notes. And there we go. It's literally added tags. Welcome, getting started. It's just so crazy. Motivation. And we can add tags just like that. Now, if you wanted to tweak the design and you wanted a little bit of inspiration and you wasn't sure what to do, shout out to Brad for this little technique here. You can go to a website called Dribble, discover the world's top designers. Here you can basically just search for things and you can take a little bit of inspiration. So if we look at these trending searches here, if we click on landing page, it's going to come up with various different landing page designs for you to have a look at. We could just click on this one here. And what we can do is just literally take a screenshot. So if I screen grab that, and what we can do is we can literally just paste that into Lovable like this. So we can paste that and we can say, hey, Lovable, please can you update the design to look similar to this screenshot? And literally just send that. I'll update the design to match the dark theme and the neon accents shown in the screenshot. I'll modify the index and CSS to achieve this look. So let's see what it comes up with. The design has been updated. And that's how quickly you can start tweaking the design. Now, obviously, it's not perfect. You want to go back and forth with Lovable, but that's as simple as it is. You just ask it questions in plain old English, and it will just spin you out results like that. So from here, I'll skip ahead and show you, here's what I prepared earlier. Obviously, I worked back and forth for a few days with Lovable to build out exactly what I wanted, but this video is already going to be quite long. So I'll skip ahead and jump into the finished app so you can see what it can do. So this is my example Thrive in 2025 journal built with Lovable. So you see we've got the header up here, Thrive in 2025. You've got the iconic GIF there. You've got ET's trademark quotes in a rotating banner in the middle just there. Also now you can see in the bottom right for the chat bubble, we've got the full CSS now. Before we were obviously previewing it just on the landing page, so it didn't have the full CSS, but now you can see it. You might be able to see, but there's a red glowing effect on it too. Same with the quotation banner, we've got a bit of a red glow effect going on there. And this is actually to match the landing page. If I pull that up again here they have these glowing effects, so I wanted to like replicate some of that red glow. And then we have the full note-taking section down here now. Again, the Save Notes button has a red glow, you might notice that. So yeah, the idea with this was very simple. You could just start a chat. And now imagine that I just said, yo, ET, I'm in a bit of a rut. What can I do to get out of this funk? Let's just look at the answer, scroll up. Listen up, family, we've all hit those patches. I've been there myself, but let me tell you something. A rut is just a temporary state of mind, and you have the power to break free. What can you do today to shift your mindset? Here's the deal. You owe it to yourself to rise up and take action. Focus on what you can control. Take the first step. Consistency is key. Commit to do something positive every day. Look at that, just smash that answer. And so yeah, you know, the idea was that you could just copy something like that. I won't copy the whole thing, but you get the point. I could close that, save my reflection, how to break free, give it a tag, mindset, add tag, save notes. And then I've got my note there on the left, success, your note has been saved. And it's a very, very simple app, but just to show what's possible, right? So it's got authentication built in there and the ability to add Stripe payments too, which is so cool. If I just scroll up and click sign out, for example. So we've got a sign up page here. Now, if I just clicked don't have an account, sign up, add an email address, lexmarleyonline@gmail.com. This is an old email address, so don't be emailing me at it. Add in a password, click sign up. Welcome to Thrive in 2025. Subscribe now to unlock all the features and start your journey towards personal growth. So I thought the cool idea here is that the chatbot could be behind the subscription. We could click subscribe now, and this takes you through to the Stripe checkout. And then check that out. Subscribe to 2025 Journal app, $15 per month. And again, you could set up a subscription model with that. Once you've set up your card details, you could then subscribe to the app and it would take you through to the page that I've just shown you. So that was it. This was just a taster of how easy it is to get started with Lovable. From typing out your ideas to refining the design, Lovable simplifies this process so you can focus on building something impactful. You know, in just a few steps, we were able to turn the ET Persona bot into essentially a fully functional SaaS product. So this was just a glimpse of how powerful AI persona agents can be, especially when combined with a sleek SaaS application like a note-taking platform. Not only does the ET Persona bot then inspire and motivate, but it also gives users a place to capture their breakthroughs, track their goals, and then turn advice into action. So again, it's no longer just a chatbot, it's a dynamic tool that delivers real value. And that's why I believe these kind of solutions do have the potential to command higher price tags like 5, 10, 20K, etc. You know, I don't think it's all like clickbait. When done right, these can be game changers for both users and creators. So I am genuinely excited about how this ET Persona bot turned out, but I'm even more excited about the potential it unlocks for all of us. Imagine having access to this kind of wisdom and motivation whenever you need it, all at your fingertips. That's where the real power lies, in how personable and practical and impactful these AI persona bots can be. For me, this isn't about building a chatbot or an agent. It's about rethinking how we interact with knowledge and how we connect with the people who inspire us, and how we take those insights and use them to transform our own lives. Whether it's a tool to keep you focused like an Ali Abdaal persona, one to get you fired up and motivated like an ET persona, or one to give you business and entrepreneurial advice like Alex Hormozi, for example, the possibilities here are just endless. So thank you for sticking with me on this journey. I appreciate you watching this video to the maximum. And like I say, this is my very first YouTube video, so any love, any support, any feedback is all welcome and much, much appreciated. Other than that, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.